Hi everyone, Katja here. Welcome back. Today I want to dive into something that's become a cornerstone of BookTube culture, reading sprints. Wait, no suspense, no build up. Yeah, I'm just charging in there like that because this is something that's been on my mind for a while. And specifically, I've been wondering, is it time to rethink what we call them? I know, how very dare I? Reading sprints are a beloved tradition. They're a fantastic way to connect with fellow readers, carve out intentional time for books, and foster a real sense of community. But here's the thing, the language we use, how we name something, can influence how we think about it. And lately, I've been wondering, does the term sprint really reflect what these sessions are about at their core? Or is it actually subtly shaping how we approach them in ways that we don't even notice? Before you come at me with a bookmark, let me be clear. I love reading sprints. This isn't about criticizing the activity itself, it's about tweaking the language to see if it opens up something new in the way that we experience something that we already enjoy. Anyway, if you're new to BookTube and you're wondering what I'm even talking about and haven't yet stumbled onto a live reading session or sprint, here's a quick rundown. After my rigorous research, by which I mean 20 minutes of searching on YouTube, I found Gina Lucia Reed's. She's got a video explaining the origins of reading sprints. And I've linked that video in the video description. Originally, reading sprints were based on productivity techniques like the Pomodoro method, designed to help students focus. Now, the Pomodoro technique, developed in the 1980s by Francesco Cirillo, uses a timer, and it was shaped like a Pomodoro, a tomato. Very popular in the 80s. I think we had one at home. Anyway, using this kitchen timer to carve out time to study, 25 minutes, and then having a bit of a break. And this is the technique that reading sprints on BookTube have evolved so that it's gone beyond that. Most sprints run longer, 30 to 45 minutes of focused reading, followed by 10 to 20 minutes of chatting. So you got live sessions or recorded sessions that you can follow. They're flexible, low pressure, and great for building a reading habit or tackling that daunting TBR pile. And by TBR, I mean to be read pile. So if you've got a stack of books that you want to get through, this is motivational. But the real motivation is the timer, the Pomodoro method, which tricks your brain into thinking, I can commit to this little bit of time, and boom, you're reading. But as much as I adore this setup, I keep circling back to one question. Does Sprint capture the spirit of these sessions, or is it adding something unintended? Here's where I'm coming from. Words matter. They carry meaning even if we're not aware of it. And for me, the word sprint has baggage. And this isn't going back to physical education. This is a sprint implying urgency, speed, measurable results, the term that we use in project management, my career. Think agile workflows. And while it's great for productivity, it's also tied to a mindset of work and output, of getting things done, even if reading sprints aren't really about racing through books. Could the term sprint subtly be nudging us in that direction? So, what hit home for me this year is that over the years, I've leaned into reading challenges, setting ambitious Goodreads goals, and chasing that dopamine hit of marking a book as read. I set a target of 120 books for 2024 and I've surpassed it. Yay! Except I realized I wasn't savoring most of the stories. I was checking the boxes. I mean, I've still overall enjoyed my reading experience, but reading was always my way of grounding myself and connecting to stories and ideas. So why am I treating it like a conveyor belt of achievements? With this in mind, in 2025, I'm scaling back. Fewer books, more intentionality, and I want to linger over the words and let them soak in. That's why I've started questioning the word sprint. What if it's reinforcing this idea that reading, even if it's our downtime, our hobby, that it needs to be optimized? What if a simple change in language could shift how we approach these sessions? And it got me thinking about balance as well, because most of us are always looking for balance in our lives. And some of us achieve that more than others. We're constantly stuck in the cycle of high productivity, usually Monday to Friday, and then get a little bit of downtime on the weekend that disappears so fast. And that got me thinking about the rhythms that we experience in modern life and how it's leading to a lot of burnout for people. And what if instead we look for ways of creating rhythms where time feels steady and not fragmented into bursts of intensive output and recovery? What if reading sprints weren't about squeezing reading into a tight burst, but about reclaiming that period of time to focus, slow down, and reconnect? So you're still safeguarding the period of time, but your focus is about that being yours, your time to be. Anyway, reading sprints already offer so much focus. Timed reading helps you tune out distractions and immerse yourself in a book. And focus is very topical because the news keeps telling us that we're all losing it because we're constantly scrolling through things and not really processing. So, BookTube is a major resource because it helps us with this. Motivation, just 30 minutes can be enough to reignite a reading habit. 30 minutes a day. Community, sharing the experience with others, even virtually, really creates a connection with the outside world as well as with the text. But I wonder, have we unintentionally made reading sprints sound intimidating? Imagine you're new to BookTube and someone says, join our reading sprint. If you're already sprinting through life, the term might feel exhausting. What if we called them reading retreats? That sounds kind of long. Yeah, that doesn't work. Or bookish pauses. Would that encourage more people to join, or did sprint catch on because it sounds dynamic and exciting? For me, it's not about output anymore. It's about creating intentional, restorative time to read. And while I'll still be using the Pomodoro timer for structure because I think it's good, really, I'm rethinking the name Reading Sprint. For my channel, I'm leaning towards something plain like reading session or the reading hours because that's what I want them to be, hours reclaimed, hours savored. What do you think? Am I overthinking it? Does reading sprint reflect what these sessions mean to you? Or do you think, yes, a name change could help us reframe them in a new way that reflects that these existing sprints are actually used by the non sprinters too, and rather those non sprinters who are the divers, the ones delving deep into the depths of their texts? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective, even if it's just to tell me I'm overthinking things. If you're curious, the books that I read this year that got me thinking about this as a whole are 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman, highly recommend, easy to read and connect with. And then Byung Chul Han's The Scent of Time, profound. When I finally figured out what he was saying, I loved it. But wow, is it dense and heavy with academic speak. I'd give it 10 out of 10 for the difficulty of reading it. Obviously, very rewarding when you know what it's saying. And then there's a news article that I've posted a link to in the video description, which is Burkeman talking about these concepts in an article called The Key to Keeping New Year's Resolutions. Don't make them in the first place. Anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, happy reading. Until next time.